Welcome back, everyone, to Martyria. Iria. We have some important news that I believe we need to share right off the top of the order here. So, with a little bit of drum roll here. Take it away, Matilda.
We're very proud of you, chat, stream, everyone who has been following. We have reached the golden number. We have 69 of you who like watching our shenanigans. We just collective nice for that.
So let's...
We appreciate you.
Yeah, let the good times roll. We'll enjoy this space for a while, really savor it, and get to the next milestone.
Our next milestone is 420, so big jump. But
and then from there, 10 million.
As one does.
That's a exponentially correct. I think.
Actually, that's about right.
Close, yeah.
Yeah, I know, math.
We're climbing that asymptote.
So we are happy that you are coming back, hopefully 2 weeks in a row, to the wonderful world of Martyria. And I, of course, am your Dungeon Master, Nick, and I am joined by these 4 lovable misfits. Alex.
I am Ceral, a comic book obsessed, not quite nerd, but extremely nerdy guy who realized his calling in life is to start a syndicate, a gang, and be one of them. Damn it, I had something for this, is what Ceral would say.
He's well on his way. Thank you very much. And Snash.
Clip my wings and set me free. No more dove. Woe is me.
God, that was amazing!
That was really
That was
brilliant.
amazing!
That was really good.
Hate to follow that, Matilda, but you must.
I don't know how to follow that now, but I'm Sitsu, and I'm just kind of here with these idiots I found in the broken tavern.
App description. And finally, Ruby.
My name's Inyo, and these people seem to just keep appearing and following me around. But I'm gonna get to the bottom of that.
Hey, you found me last time.
Semantics. But yeah, we're gonna get to the bottom of that, and we're gonna get to the bottom of all of this craziness.
Excellent. Enyo. It's where the friends go. Dumb. I know. So, last time you all did some meeting up in Misty's tavern, got to know each other a little bit, realized that shit's going wild, and somehow you are drawn into the center of it. You went to go visit Woe's family at their bakery, Fire and Flour, where she encountered her cousin Reverie, who let her know that the Reapers, pissed, they need answers, and Woe was there, so she must know something. Shortly after that, Ceral was kidnapped by the syndicates and taken to a metallurgist's workshop where he was strapped down and had his pinky removed from his body by a burnt and angry Falco. The rest of you burst into the scene, defeated him without too much bloodshed on your part, except for Ceral, nearly dying, and managed to clean up this whole affair. Ceral could not recover his pinky, but did recover 8 others. The Knights of Juris, led by Erdan, huffing and puffing, came rushing down to assess the scene as, according to him, he saw the lot of you streaking across the city and figured, good idea to follow. And so after
highly unfair, we were all clothed.
This is true.
And so after the events at this metallurgist's in Old Town, the swarm of knights filling the room and commandeering the premises, you now find yourselves en route to the Knights' Hall with this escort of 3 knights plus Cadet Erdan, the peacekeepers, doing the best they can, but clearly not so great at it, as they have shown up late both times that you would have wanted them. And Erdan, as he moves, is staying close to Woe, keeping his eyes mostly on her, and the knights are making small talk with you as you move with some urgency, but not at the breakneck sprint that you approached Ceral's dungeon with. One of them closest to you, Ceral, who sees you staggering, clutching the stump where your left pinky used to be, says, "So, what's your deal? You for a crew? Something? A team? You a band? Because I hear that the Tumbledown's got the Battle of the Bands coming up tomorrow night."
Yeah, we could be a band. They're musical, but I think we're more of a... Well, we're not a gang, because we're not evil. Squad.
Ooh,
Team.
I like that.
A crew. A murder. We're workshopping it, but I'm going to have something real soon. Not sure what to call us. But yeah, we're one of those.
No, am I right in thinking that you are kind of like the brains of this operation?
Thank you. I don't like to call myself that. Well, actually, I do like the sound of... You know what? I am going to call myself that. The brains of the group. The goo. The cloister. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it sounds like you got things cooking. One of them slides up to you, Enyo, and says, "What is it that you all do for work? Because you look kind of shady."
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Like, I see you with your crossbows and hood, and that one's also got a hood, and that one's got horns, and that one's got freshly laundered clothing, but looks like just begging to be covered in boot prints.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the others. I'm just an orphan on the streets that's been trying to make her living, doing odd jobs all around. Nothing suspicious about that at all.
You looking for a job? Because the Knights is hiring.
Yeah, I saw that. That's not really the work I would be best suited for on the few skills I've learned on the streets, I don't think.
Do I overhear this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, what's the job? Yeah, we're definitely hiring. Wait, you're hiring? We're looking for work as a niche. As a we're a wad right now. But what can our wad do for you?
I don't like
Did
that
you just
name.
refer to us as a wad? Are you like saying like a wad of
I'm
paper?
working on it, you guys. I'm gonna have
Squad?
it real soon. We'll decide what we are.
Squad earlier. Let's stick with that. That at least sounds
Okay.
legitimate.
All right.
Stop
That's
working on it.
Stand for something.
What kind
Wow.
of sounds professional?
Wild
Kinda
ass
does.
dudes.
Yeah.
I'd rather sound professional than unprofessional.
Well, it'd be.
But a
wad
wad
doesn't quite
sounds-
work.
I don't know. A wad's like something like you spit on the sidewalk, right?
God damn it!
Wad?
Right, it is.
Like,
Hey,
wad
anyway, what's the
sounds
job?
dirty.
Well, I mean, if y'all wanted to pledge, then you'd be, go through some basic training, and then come cadets over here like young Airdan. He seems to already be making a name for himself, and then hell, someday you might be proper Knight of Juris like you see before you.
Well, thank you
I
for
That's-
that.
See it for
What?
you, Ceral.
What's the reward?
Yeah,
What
what's
do
the
we
pay?
get out of it?
Oh, pay shit. One of them shouts.
You get a uniform.
Yeah, well, you do, but you gotta put down a deposit on that.
So it
You know,
So,
sounds
like, if the
cheap.
uniform gets dirty, do you have to like buy a new one?
No, you just go and you just wash
So
it.
you're required to wear it, but you also have to pay them to wear it to
Yeah,
do the job that they're paying you for.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah,
like a
it's-
shit job.
It sure is. It's one of them. It's corporate Martyria for you.
well, we're
Yeah.
very glad to have you guys doing that, but the few
Oh,
of us here
yes.
don't really think that's where we're going to be best serving the community, to be honest. But we thank
one
you
of
so
them-
much for what you do.
Pops up, it's a little further down. Says, "Well then, like, Oh, what sort of stuff do you do then? Like, are you contractors, freelancers? You're not with those frickin' tryhards at the Hero Academy, are you?
No, definitely not with them.
Yes, we are freelancers. Do you have some freelancer work? We could do contract.
I do contracts every now and then.
I mean,
Depends on the contract.
I don't think the Knights do, but I did hear that like the Archaeology Guild is looking for people. I think they just like uncovered something in the ruins, and
Really?
yeah, you know,
Those are the guys with they uncover like giant things with nothing bigger than a toothbrush, right?
Maybe I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I've never left the walls, so I don't even know. And you know, they're outside.
Did you?
And
hear any
I think
other-
you would be great at that. It requires a lot of real fine finesse. For hours, you're just slowly scraping across dirt because you don't want to go too deep.
I heard they're all stuck up squares.
Question.
That was an
Probably.
insult. What you said, Ceral, I can't decide if it was a compliment or you just don't know me well enough yet. But we'll get there.
While we've been talking to them, the one closest to me that tried to like sell us on joining the Knights and was talking about his uniform, could I like have been sort of like looking at his uniform and like very quietly unpicking some stitches from it?
Yes, absolutely. Just picking at his tabard because like
I'm
they're,
like,
they're
oh yeah,
wearing.
this is a cool uniform, and like unpicking the seam of it while he's
what's his
not
name?
paying attention.
He hasn't. No one has introduced themselves except Erdan.
Do they have their names or ranks like stitched on their uniform or anything?
You see that there's like patches that are like sewn onto their tabard, but it doesn't mean anything to you. But you see that like the guy who was talking about the uniforms, he has like a hexagonal red patch, and these are small, you know, like about the size of a quarter, and it has a flame on the inside of it. Erdan doesn't have any patches. And the other two have that flame patch as well as a lightning bolt patch in yellow.
I'm assuming the flame patch is like up sort of on his chest and would be too hard to like pick off. But I'm just going to try and like unstitch part of the seam of his tabard.
Of the tabard, yeah, absolutely. And you know he's engrossed in this conversation and not really paying you any mind, especially since you're low down.
I look like a little
of it.
kid to him still, probably.
I mean, you're not riding my shoulders anymore.
Well, no, we just sort of follow them out right now.
Yeah.
So, you degenerates registered to vote, right?
Of course.
Do you have to pay money for that?
No.
No, you don't.
Did you pay money to
No.
register to vote,
Did
Ceral?
not.
They said it was worth it, okay?
Oh shit!
Did
They got
someone
him.
tell you that you had to pay money to vote?
Yeah, and when I went to vote, I wasn't
Did they-
even registered!
Did they tell you who to vote for too after you paid the money?
Well, it didn't matter because I wasn't registered!
But did they tell you after you paid the money?
They tell me who they voted for me for.
Oh, so they took your
They,
name and voted for
I paid the convenience fee!
They take you down
Ah.
into an alley and a little hole in the wall and say, "Go ahead and write it on a slip of paper and toss it in there." Something like that.
Recently.
How recently?
We got to
Ceral?
work on your ability to stop following people into alleys.
Yeah, isn't that how you got in this
Where are we
situation?
right now? Are we in an alley?
You're
Yeah.
walking down one of the main streets in the direction of, but there's alleys everywhere
Yeah,
around
there's
you.
always going to be alleys in the city.
Ceral, you see as you look around that there is a old man with a scraggly beard and one like just solid white eye, kind of staring at you with a smile on his face. Just, Come here.
Grab him,
Just
please.
I mean,
stand and, just
as I
gonna stand
start
and watch him.
Over
Cyril's just going to start meandering in
I
that
w-
general direction, and we're all just going to kind of watch as he like
Uh-huh.
slowly goes over there.
Someone
this
grab
is-
him.
He's
I mean,
got a
well,
trusting
you can-
eye.
I mean, whoa, he's
Look.
your friend more than he's ours. You want to grab that real quick before it pays money
He's
to
only
somebody
got
else?
one. He's only got one pinky left to lose, so like he'll learn eventually.
I don't know. If you already
Cyril.
lost one pinky and then killed 8 other people and got their pinkies, I feel like you're still not going to learn the lesson.
I don't think he killed many of them. I think we did that.
Well, I wasn't.
I don't think we killed anybody.
going.
Oh,
that
that's
route.
true. The guard saved us.
Mhm.
The guard saved us.
They're
No,
so
I mean,
strong.
we know what happened. Like,
I know.
they ambushed you, they attacked you.
Yep.
Killed them, it's fine.
Exactly.
You guys are so
You
big
guys
and
are-
strong for saving us, and Sitsu's kind of like patting him on the shoulder, and I want to try and sleight of hand and steal his patch.
Okay, so the patches are sewn on, so
She's been picking it
it's
off.
not going to be something you can just rip off, but if you roll high enough, go for it.
I want to try.
The important question is lightning bolt or flame?
Mhm.
This guy just has
Oh.
the flame.
oh, okay,
gosh.
got it.
I didn't think he had multiple.
Yeah, he's just got the one patch.
Sleight of hand or stealth?
Your choice.
Okay, well, I'm a lot better.
Traditionally, I think that would be sleight of hand, but I know your stealth is much better, so go for
I'm
it.
a lot better at stealth. I'm gonna try that.
This is
I
going to be a
do.
25 to...
That was a nat
Okay.
one and a
Really close.
19.
You're,
I saw a one.
I
picking...
saw the one.
Because I'm a halfling, I'm lucky. I don't get.
Yeah,
one.
your halfling luck
Oh.
has already triggered, I think,
Yep.
3 times. And so you're picking, like, you're able to get some of the threads, and then he sees
Give
this
me such
just
nice
on tiptoes.
uniform.
Hey! The heck are you doing?
I think this is coming off. You should go to wherever you got it from, and you need another one. It's coming off.
Oh, shit. No lie.
Who sews your uniform?
We do it. The patches ourselves when we earn them.
You guys sew in the nights?
You don't?
I just
How you
didn't
get
think.
by?
I didn't think that you. That
I
would be
have a
something you-
mother.
Not all of us have
What do you earn the
mothers, though.
patches for? What's the flame one for? What's the lightning one for?
Pick
Not all
your
of
privilege.
us have mothers, though.
The
I
biggest
said that, and then I kind of look over at Enyo, and I'm like, didn't
Yeah,
I?
okay. And then Inyus just kind of starts walking ahead of the group after Woohoo says
Shit,
that.
fuck.
Some of
What,
us
what do you
didn't
earn the
have-
fire one for, and how do you earn a lightning patch?
Oh, man.
Did you get set on fire?
You're gonna have to join.
Are you
and
super
find out.
fast?
Me?
Yeah, is that what
So
the lightning
fast you
bolt
can
is
catch
for?
things on fire?
I got the
Oh yeah,
button.
I guess that would be lightning.
But you want to race?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. He like gets down into a sprinter stance. Says, "Come on, cowards."
All right. I want to race you.
Cyril
Where
with
we-
his
Where are we
half-dead
racing to?
appearance is not going to be showing up. All right, he's in.
I
He
mean-
says, "Cadet, run down there. I'll tell you when to stop."
30 feet? 30 feet? Can we race 30 feet?
Fuck no.
How
Mhm.
far are we racing? Is it like 60 feet?
Yeah,
Is it-
run. I'll tell you when to stop. Erdan
That's not-
starts sprinting. He goes about 100 feet and says, "Stop!" Erdan skids to a stop. All right.
We're
First
racing
one
to him?
First
Okay.
one to the cadet wins.
Are you racing?
Let's go.
Wait, are you
Let's
racing?
go. And Cyril's
You
going
wanna
to
go?
get into what he thinks is a running stance.
Okay.
And he
Oh, okay,
jumps
we're
like a
going.
head start here.
All right, we're going.
But he stumbles a bit. Everybody roll. Now, are you doing something here? Whoa. Because I know you said 30 feet.
I'm gonna run 70 feet and then Misty step.
Okay, roll your athletics to see how those 70 feet go.
Oh no!
I'm just
This guy's
I'm
huffing
going
and
to
puffing.
run and then
Oh.
bonus action dash and action dash.
Cyril didn't embarrass himself.
I mean, everybody's dashing here.
Anya's not. She's just walking
That's a-
ahead of everybody.
Bonus
Just
Okay.
action, too.
You
like on the
all
side.
absolutely kick his ass. Woe destroys, like, just zooms ahead, and then it's the power of love that drew you to Erdan so quickly. It's like you were away, and then you were there suddenly. It's wild. Erdan's beaming as you're the first to meet him. He's, had a hunch you'd win.
What does he smell like?
He smells like. Oh gosh, that's a good question.
Lilac
guess-
and blackberries.
Oh god.
Erdan would smell of, like, I guess
Leather,
like
maybe?
leather oil, leather
With a tin of
oil,
metal oil.
and like just a whiff of like something sweet, like whipped cream.
I could work with it.
How hungry is that whipped cream making you? Well,
I
and
think we all catch up and we're like, whoa, you already have terrible taste. We should talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
I have impeccable taste.
the knight who challenged you is the last one there. He says, I mean, that weren't fair. I'm wearing heavy armor. All that. You guys are just wearing robes and leathers. It's fine. It's with an asterisk. It's with an asterisk.
I ran in a corset, okay?
And you just
It's
stretch
actually
up.
pretty easy to do.
Respect. Woe, as you are here with Erdan, make a perception check.
Ooh. Not good. Let's see. Not good.
He seems fidgety, and you're not sure why.
Probably has to poop.
Damn it.
Now, every time I fidget in my chair, I'm going to be worried. That's what
Got
y'all
the
are
look.
thinking.
Yeah, when you have kids and they have to,
Yes,
Don't
that's
take care of that
they
person.
they won't sit still. It's true.
Little poop damn.
Oh no.
It's at about this time that you make it to the Knights Hall, and they shepherd you in. You're in that waiting room. You see the reception desk in front of you. There's a door off to its left that's currently closed. There's a few people in the waiting area just sitting on hard wooden benches. The knights disperse, and just Erdan is left, and he says, whoa, can I talk to you for a second?
yeah, sure. What's up?
Well, I mean, boss wants to talk to you for, I guess, some reason or whatever. Probably no big deal. But just wanted to say, don't know if you saw, but been doing a little reading. And he
Yeah.
pulls
Oh.
a book from the side of his pouch. Says, just no big deal. Just something I do in my free time, now or whatever. It's fine.
So you've been reading?
Yeah, I just picked it up. It seemed pretty interesting. It's actually pretty cool. He hands it over to you.
What's the title of the book?
The title is Conflict of Interest by Geller Grimsby. And on the front cover, you see this like hard-boiled, pulpy detective with like two women on either side, just kind of like swooning at him. Very, like ridiculously voluptuous and busty. There's like in the background, it's all shadowy, and then there's a street light illuminating a dark figure. It looks like pretty shitty storytelling, but the sort of thing that a guy like Erdan would be into.
That's amazing.
It's a bit of a thinker, but maybe
Did you
when I'm done,
you
I can-
finish it?
no. I'm on.
Oh.
I just started it,
Oh, okay.
but like the first 5 pages has been really good.
You you should finish it. And then I could borrow it, and then I could read it, and then
Yeah.
we could like write notes about it, and then compare notes sometime.
Okay.
Okay, but you gotta
All right.
finish it first.
Yeah. I think I get like a day off I can take. I can just like try to finish that real quick. It shouldn't take me too long. Just like
Just like an
Day or two?
hour. Yeah.
no, I'm
Mm.
I'm kind of a slow reader.
Oh well, I mean, you'll get it.
It's hard,
Yeah.
but there's not pictures except for like the cover,
Yeah. The pictures are in your brain.
What do you mean?
So like when you like start reading, you stop seeing the words, and then it's just like pictures in your brain. Like remember you told me about that thing, how you wish you could just watch the pictures? It happens when you read like for an extended period of time, but like in your brain.
Okay, so I read, and then someone brings me
No,
the pictures.
your pictures come from your imagination in your brain.
You messing with me?
No.
All right. I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, by the way, what happened to Misty?
Oh, They took her.
Who
Who took her?
took her?
Oh, I better let my boss talk to you. You know, she'll I'm sure she'll explain
Okay.
everything.
We would appreciate if you let us know who took Misty. She's a personal friend. Any information you could have would be appreciated, Aridin.
It's like the people in charge, you know.
Are we saying the Reaps or the Sins?
No, neither. The city.
The city
Yeah,
took
yeah.
her.
Officials.
Where?
Like she was arrested?
Like
just-
court?
Sure. Yeah, that.
Can I insight check him? Is he being like honest? Or does he know what he's talking about?
Go ahead. Ceral taking a nap on the ground, missing all
See,
of this.
as fuck. He's like
Super
basically dead.
He's clearly
Not having a great night.
that is true, and Eridan is clearly not saying everything he knows. But he says, "Oh, hold on." He runs over to you, Ceral, and he puts his hands on you, and he whispers something, and you feel his hands get warm, and a little bit of glowing light, and just life-giving energy floods into you. You regain 10 HP.
There's the real love story.
He
I
says,
see it happening.
I'm getting kind of good at this, but I don't think we should make it a habit. You know,
My hero.
I know. It's just part of the job.
I'm gonna sit up slowly. Sit on a
Yeah.
bench. And spit a little bit of blood.
Oh, you normally? No, you don't. Anyway, I gotta go. I got like stuff I gotta do, and he just rushes out of the hall.
I'm realizing where my pinky was. It's now just one solid scab.
Yeah, it's good.
That looks really tough.
Kind of baller, right?
What if we all cut off our
Like-
pinkies? Then we could.
I wasn't gonna. That's what I'm saying. To be part of this crew, you gotta lose your left pinky.
No.
No.
Whoa. Kind of into it. Kind of hot, right? Little hot. Little hot.
I don't know. It's kind of cool. I think it's cool. I think it makes him look tough. Don't you think, guys?
It does. It makes you look tough, but like you didn't get
No.
to choose to do that, and I don't think I would choose to do that.
Just he needs.
It's. I think if you're, it's like a good thing for like this group of like. The injury is good because like that's something that happened to you. Like you earned that. Like if we all just cut off our pinkies, it would be fake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gotta make it more real.
It's a badge of honor. You
It's
survived
we'll
this
find- I
get it.
interrogation.
We'll find our
It's like
badges
my
as we
lightning
go.
bolt.
Yes, there you go. Except no one can take that one off of here.
Yeah. And it's a great story.
Yeah,
to
because they
tell.
already did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell
See,
the
too.
story.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everybody.
if I wasn't already the brains, I would say you should be the brains.
I think.
Oh, boy.
Enya's the brains.
I don't think either of us are the brains.
Yeah. Let's just go
You're
ahead
right.
and head to the
It's
boss.
both of us. I like the way you think.
The knight at the reception desk says, "Tough boy. The deputy chief will see you now.
Tough boy. Which one of us is tough boy?
There's
One who is
only
talking
one
about
boy.
how tough he looked."
Looks. Yep, that one. Ciro, come on.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the
boy.
door opens, and you're allowed to pass. As you move through, the receptionist looks at you, Ceral, and says, "It may look tough, but you certainly didn't handle it tough."
Handle. I get it. I'm gonna walk in there not getting it at all.
I shouldn't have healed you. She mumbles under her breath.
I think that she's been working here too long.
That's
So-
why you can't get a job. That's why we should never get a job.
This is why contracting and freelance
Look
work
what
is
it
much
look
better.
what it does to you.
It kills your soul.
Guys
I mean,
should
I kind of
all live
already
in a cart. It's very freeing.
Wait, you live in that cart? I thought that was
Mhm.
just something you rode around in.
No, that's my house.
Oh, that's a good way to travel. Always have your
Thank you
house
for
with
inviting us into your house so easily.
You're
That
welcome.
was nice.
That was nice. Yes. Hi.
You see that a knight has appeared and is just waiting on the four of you. If you follow me, please.
Lead the
What's
way.
your name?
I am. Am I allowed to even say my name? Looks around.
Who's-
Are you
What's up?
asking us if you can tell us?
I don't know.
your
I'm
name?
new here.
You can tell me your
You
name.
can tell us your name. It's okay.
I am cadet, and he just panics. And so I don't think I'm allowed to.
All right. Well, you're going to be cadet from now on. So cadet, lead on.
Okay. And
I'm gonna
This guy
rib.
looks-
I'm gonna rib Enyo. You mean kadidiot?
I will give you props for that one. I will actually give you props for
Like
that.
that.
That one was good. The idiot leads on.
Boy.
and doesn't pay any attention to that. Leads you down a hall. You pass what looks like a mess hall on your right. You continue, turn a corner. There is an open little courtyard where you see some people are sparring. Beyond that, you reach a series of offices, and that's where you stop. Outside of a closed door, you see there is a large bulletin board with a variety of pieces of paper affixed to it with thumbtacks, and there are a few chairs on the opposite side of the hall. The door that is closed that you're standing outside of says Deputy Chief Kendra Horn. And the cadet says, "Take a seat. And she'll come get you when you're ready, or when she's ready." I mean,
I'm gonna slide.
Thanks,
Hey,
Kate.
cadet,
I'm
you're
gonna
doing
slide over to
great.
Sitsu.
You're doing great, cadet. Good job.
Well done indeed.
already sprinting away.
I'm gonna slide over to Sitsu. Hey, Sitsu.
Yeah.
My eyesight's not that good, and you seem a little bit like you're good at grabbing stuff.
What do you
What
want?
do
me to
all those little pieces of paper say?
Oh,
Oh,
those ones up
Ceral, can you read?
Yeah, I'm actually a really good reader as long as it is real close within, like, like.
Okay,
this
just
far.
wondering. Because
I
I've never
mean-
seen you read anything other than an address.
I can tell you, but you could always just get closer to the paper if you can't see it from.
That'd be embarrassing. I just think it would be better if you could just grab them all and bring them here.
I don't think he can.
Inyo's up at the board already reading
You want
over
me
everything.
to bring?
I am an excellent
every-
reader. Whoa.
That's
you-
why we went to the right address, right?
It's my eyes that are not that great. I'm good at reading. I just can't see very far.
Okay,
distances.
Sarah, I just want to
the
clarify, because you think it would be embarrassing to stand next to the board. You want me to go over, get every piece of paper off the board, and bring it to the bench.
You know what, Sitsu? I'm sorry I said anything. I apologize.
Cyril, I'll
I
just
just
read it out
wanted
to you
to
if you'll both be
clarify.
quiet.
Then I'm gonna
and
slide
give
over
me
to
a
Enyo.
second.
Hey, Enyo, you see that board over there?
I'm already at the board, Cyril. I'm literally standing here trying to tell you. I'll read it if you give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to figure out. what's
Are you
good.
gonna read out loud so we could all hear it?
Yeah, I'll be
Story
nice
time.
and sweet about it. Just sit there and shut up for a second.
Will do.
Mhm.
Enyo.
Sitsu is going to walk over and grab Enyo's hand and climb up to her shoulder.
And Inyo's not gonna stop her. She's just gonna stand there, just letting her climb up. to her
Well,
shoulder.
since those two are over there, now I feel like I'm being left out, so now I'm gonna go over with those two.
As soon as
I-
he gets within arm's reach, I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Can you read it now?"
I'm gonna lean in just a hair and be like, I can read this just fine. And Cyril can actually read very well. He's lived in comic books.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Cool.
You can. You all see as you are approaching this board that there are almost a dozen wanted posters that are attached to this board with pictures, some of them photographs, clearly from when they had been booked previously. Others are hand-drawn. There are names, crimes, and rewards listed.
What does the first one say?
The first one says Thera Bramblebush. You see
Sarah
her-
Bush?
Thera.
Bush? I'm reading it.
It says assault and battery and failure to appear, 50 gold pieces. You see her picture. She
Assaulted battery, failure to appear, 50 gold pieces.
Yes, this mean mug on her, this little halfling gnome-looking woman. There's another one that says Ernie Winters.
Ernie Winters.
Criminal intimidation, 50 gold pieces.
Wait, you can get charged for that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of laws.
Yeah, C2, it's illegal to intimidate criminals around here.
You see there are a handful that are listed for dealing various substances. There's Coreg Smythe, Festile Opal Hands, Eurus Delgadero, and Ash Tendrick of varying amounts, 25 to 75 gold pieces. The highest was that guy Coreg Smythe. He has dark skin, a wonderful handlebar mustache, and a perfectly bald head.
Nice.
Yeah. Then there are 2 for armed robbery, Amina Turnbill and Halsor Turnbill. And they appear to be twins. 200 gold pieces for each.
What do they look like?
They look to be like they have perhaps some elvish bloods to them. It's hard to tell. These are hand drawn, these two, so the details are a bit sketchy. Have you guys seen that that picture from it was like a news bulletin?
It's like a guy. And he has like
the most ridiculous. It's a little bit like that.
Nice.
The details are really skint. There's also someone called Persica Starborn.
Hang on, I can't get past this. Whoa, how did you know exactly what he was talking to when he said, "Have you seen that?"
It's a meme.
Because they're like, we're looking for this man, and the picture is like ridiculous.
Let me see if I can find it.
Alright, I'll trust you guys. Maybe I just am not up on pop culture anymore.
It's not. It's from like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's old. And the fact that like they found the guy from that horrible police sketch is
And it
amazing.
looks nothing like him.
The next one on there's Persica Starborn, suspicion of murder, 500 gold pieces for information. And then there is one that catches your eye, Ceral. It says name unknown, crime arson. It's a woman with a round face, a pointed nose, and prominent full lips. She's wearing a hood, so you don't see any hair details, but that face is 100% Alira, the woman who set up your job that you got busted for.
Are these able to be taken?
Wow.
Like, can you yank
I
them
know
off?
this one.
You can. It doesn't look like that's what it's designed for.
Well, of course not.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're bounties technically, so.
Whoa, I know this one. This is Alira.
That's your girlfriend?
You have a girlfriend and you asked if I was a prostitute?
Didn't you hook up with one of the girls back at Misty's? Hold on. You have a
I'm
girlfriend?
going to answer these in order of priority. No, yes, and I'm sorry, and almost. We're still working on it. It's a long-distance relationship, but it's developing.
I don't.
Okay, was that the last one to Woe's question or Enyo's?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you
I
need
know
us
you're
to
out.
kill her for you? Is she like a girlfriend that needs to be killed or
Wait,
put
is
away?
this like Woe's ex-boyfriend who is terrible?
Yeah.
Do you also have a bad ex? Is that why you're friends with Woe?
Yeah.
I hired her for a job. No, wait. She hired me for a job.
So you work together. You're work boyfriend and girlfriend.
You know, you should
that a
never
thing?
date someone you work with.
You
No.
really shouldn't. It's
You
Okay.
unhealthy.
never, ever.
Okay, well, we didn't like sleep
It's
together or
icky.
anything.
Well, that's a good start.
Okay, so then
But do
But
you
you
do you
did
need us to kill her or turn her in?
Why is that your first thought, Enyo?
That is the
I mean,
easiest way to
Italy
shut
is-
somebody
I
up.
think we could get
Sisu.
some money out of this, although
Right?
she might be more valuable
Easiest
as a
way.
contact.
Easiest
She
way
was
to
the one who
shut
hired us
somebody
for
up.
the job that the syndicate kind of went back on, and there was that little mistake.
oh,
You know,
200 gold is pretty.
Okay, so do we need to shake her down?
I mean, I think that would be prudent.
I wouldn't mind shaking her
Because
down.
I mean, if she's
after
worth 200
the
gold, we
situation I
take
got
this
put
with
in.
us. We shake her down, make sure she pays you 400 gold.
You can do that?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're really convincing, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let me rephrase that. You can do that?
Probably.
You've never done this before.
I feel like Enyo could really.
I'm new to crime, but I'm motivated and I'm learning very fast. I've already got,
I would
Battle
like
Scar.
to watch you two, and I point to Enyo and Sitsu. I would love to watch you two work together on that.
That could definitely
would
be something we could put on the list.
Really?
I
feel like that's your vibe.
Do you happen to have any idea where she is, though? That's my main question. Because we don't have a location to start with, it might be hard to track her down.
She's not. No. I was asking around about her a little while ago and I didn't find anything.
But she's with the Reapers, right?
Yeah.
So she's with the Reapers, but we have to go to the Reapers anyways.
To the Reapers anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, the syndicate might be a dead end for a little while. There feels like there's a little heat over there, and I'm not
we
just saying.
have to go to the Reapers, and she's in the Reapers.
Was it the kidnapping
so-
that did it for you, Ceral? You don't want to talk to the syndicate
Yeah,
anymore?
I'm going to be honest, Enyo. When they cut my fingers off, well, the finger off, I kind of felt like I should reconsider my whole career with them.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
I
agree with that. That's a good
I guess
path.
what I'm saying is I can only give them a 4-star rating right now.
I wouldn't give them any rating because they took your finger, but that's just me.
Well, you know what they say, 4-star is basically 0.
Never heard that one before, but that's good. I'll keep that in mind. And
Yeah,
Inyo's
no,
gonna
it's by the poet Huber.
match the poster.
Oh, okay, so we're gonna go look for her.
Yeah.
Can I snatch that poster of her off of the board, please, and pocket it?
Yeah, you can take whichever ones you want.
I turn to Woe.
Wait,
and
as
I
she
take
steals
the
that one, I'm like,
twins?
Enyo, you should probably steal the other ones so that we have something to reference as we see people, so we could collect bounties on others.
I'm only
Because, don't get me wrong, I can remember some of these, but I can't remember all 12 of them.
there's only 2 that I'm interested in. The one that we're gonna do for you, because you deserve to get paid for a job you were supposed to be doing and not, backstabbed for it. And this one
thank you.
for the twins, because this looks eerily familiar, and I'm gonna hold on to it for a minute.
So let me just pick up everything that's being put down. We're gonna work for the
No. This is
No. Whoa, no, whoa! We're gonna sell people for money.
that's
no.
Isn't that kind of like on the level of like being a snitch?
We're not.
Yeah, this
actually
is
gonna
a
be
bit
selling
questionable.
them.
No, because here's the thing. Snitches get stitches, and I already got stitches, and I
Alright.
ain't no snitches.
Sarah, how are we gonna build a reputation if we turn in everybody?
We're not gonna turn...
I wasn't planning
Okay.
on turning in anybody.
But here's the thing. What if we take
Bad
down the
people?
people that think they're more badass than us, then we'll move up the ranks, because then we'll be more badass by
But
default.
what if people find out that instead of just beating them at
Then
their
we'll
game,
turn them
we turn
in.
them into the cop?
You do realize
if
the
we
way
get-
you're going, it sounds like you're trying to be a knight. Jurist,
If we
right?
get too known for being badass, people are gonna try and take us down.
They're gonna
But if
think
we
we're
get-
bad. Then we'll take them down
What
and
if
turn
we
them in.
get
Then they'll come to
known?
us. It's called franchising. First, you have to go out there for the business. Then the business comes to you.
I feel
I
like
just
that-
don't
that
want to
is
be
not
known
gonna
as a
be
nerd.
hard.
I don't want to be known like in general. That would not be good.
Okay,
for me.
look, the only thing we're doing is taking this poster because it is a great tool to threaten someone with. The only
okay.
reason for doing this is to shake her down, to pay you to, and
I
she
am new
gestures
at
to
shaking
Will and
people.
Cheryl.
I will
I'm
trust
Cheryl.
you to it, Enyo.
I'm cool with turning her in. I'm just saying,
Right,
like in
and
general, we
that's
gotta be
all
kind of.
I was planning
This is
to
a
do.
very fine line.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
all I'm planning to do. This other poster is for something for later. And
You know
it
what,
has nothing
guys?
to do with
I'm
those
sorry.
people that are
I
on
got
Don't
excited.
worry about
I saw money and crime, and it sounded really, really
What
fun
Other
to turn
poster
people in for money
did Enyo
to do crime.
pocket?
We took Amina and Hassel Turnbull's poster.
the twins.
The Elvish twins.
The armed robbery twins.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a
So,
weird love triangle, but okay.
It's fine. Inyo's then gonna just go knock on the deputy's door after they've settled on what they're doing with the posters.
Oh, I thought we were waiting on him. Were we supposed
Yeah,
to
I'm
knock
not
this
patient.
Oh.
You hear a muffled voice, enter.
And I'm going to open the door and enter.
You see sitting at a pretty Spartan desk, not a lot of decoration in the room, is a woman. She looks like she's maybe in her 30s or 40s. She has a blonde hair that's in a neat braid. Her features are broad, though she looks like she clearly has some elvish blood in her. And she is wearing the gold, white, and powder blue of the knights. And she speaks in a voice that is raspy and does not quite match her appearance. It sounds much older than what it should. She says, you lot could wake the dead with your volume. My gods.
Chief Deputy Horn, it's a pleasure to meet you. Apologies, we were just having an active discussion outside your door.
Deputy Chief, but that's fine.
Deputy Chief, apologies.
I would offer you seats, but there's only 2, so...
I'm fine with standing, and Sitsu seems to be quite comfortable at the moment.
Ceral will sit down.
Are you still on my shoulders, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, so Woe and Ceral, and I'm going to gesture to Woe to sit down as well.
The door.
I'm going to shut the door behind me and kind of lean against it. But making sure Sitsu's comfortable.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Deputy Chief Kendra Horn, and on behalf of Chief Okopen, I want to apologize for her absence. She requested this meeting, but is tied up with the Heptarchy today. And I just want to start by saying that the report from our knights is fairly direct. Falco Moro acted in a misguided, vengeful, extrajudicial manner, and you four responded in self-defense, so no charges are warranted. If anything, we should commend you and sing your praises. One less thug, well, several, thanks to you.
He was a good friend of mine, but it had to be done.
Curious. Now, before I go any further, I want to establish that this meeting and everything we discuss is strictly off the record. As far as anyone is concerned, we have never met. I do not know you, and you do not know me.
Never happened.
Understand?
Understood. Right, Sitsu?
Oh, yes. Of course.
Never happened.
And
Never seen you before.
Points to Woe.
Correct. Who are you?
Exactly. And you look puzzled.
I'm new to this, but yes, I understand you.
Good. To the heart of the matter, shall we?
Indeed.
You may well be aware that the Knights... We have been underfunded and understaffed for over a decade, really, running like dogs, chasing our tails, trying to combat all of the iniquity that this city seems to just spit up on a daily basis. And matters have only been made worse since the murder of Alliser Sane. It was bad enough when we only had to keep up with the antics of the Syndicate and the Reapers when they were at peace, but now there's a war brewing, and they threaten to bring violence to the streets of Martyria that has been unknown for decades. Now, Chief Okopen is of the opinion, and I agree, that if we can get to the bottom of what really happens at Misty's, then perhaps we can extinguish these cinders of malcontent before they burn everything down. And I don't know why, I don't know how, but for some reason, it seems that you are caught up in all of this. Perhaps it was just bad luck, or perhaps it's fate. I don't intend to divine the will of the gods. But the Knights of Juris are asking you, hat in hand, for your help.
We'll do it.
Okay.
Ceral, let
Wouldn't
the deputy chief finish, please.
All right.
Thank you. Please continue.
I'm glad that we have your interest at the very least. You need to understand the state of things. Now, if Jura Osteria wins the election next week, then things might be different, and your services perhaps aren't going to be necessary. But I don't know if we have. We are stretched too thin to properly investigate. We're putting out literal and figurative fires every second of every day, just trying to keep from drowning. We have people like young Erdan, who I know you've met, who has no business being on the force, but desperate times call for desperate measures. So, it is on behalf of Chief Okop and myself and the very institution of the Knights of Juris that I ask you, will you aid us?
Yes.
I fear that...
Ceral, let her finish.
Are
Please.
you guys
fear
excited?
that you may very well be Misty's only hope.
exactly happened to Misty?
Well, to be frank, you and I know that Misty did not kill Alliser Sane.
Yes.
But what we know to be true in our hearts and what we know to be true in the eyes of the laws of this city are two different things. And the Heptarchy has made themselves abundantly clear. Given the circumstances of Alliser's death and Misty's colorful past, she is being held accountable, and I wish that there was more that I could do, but our hands are tied. I don't know if any of you have ever spent any time in the dungeons of the Great Keep, but folks don't tend to last long there. Yes.
Who's the Heptarchy?
The Heptarchy? The 7 individuals who guide our city, who are the decision makers, the beacons and masters in the Mediarch.
Yeah.
government
They know.
zero.
Okay,
The
I got
government-
it. I got
do
it.
you have a pamphlet that might be helpful? He
Yeah.
can't read.
Somewhere she
No, I
scrounges
got
in
it,
her
you guys. I got it.
Okay.
desk, and she
Like one of those
produces-
wild ones.
a pamphlet that's the title of it is. So you're new
Schoolhouse
to
Rock.
Martyria, eh?
Schoolhouse Rock version of
Yeah,
like
Schoolhouse
when
Rock.
you're a bill.
Yeah.
Cyril's embarrassed himself, and now will be quiet for the rest of the meeting.
It's interesting that Misty is being, charged and held for the death of Alliser, who, for all intents and purposes, is like a criminal underlord of the city,
And was assaulting her at the time.
and was assaulting her, and yet we are being commended for taking a dog off a street. I don't see much difference.
Can I be perfectly frank with you?
Please.
Always.
I am glad at a personal level that Alliser is dead. We know, every one of us, that he is a cruel man, a terrible man. But the Syndicate, like it or not, has sway in this city. And it is all we can do to prevent mass chaos and mass unrest. And if we have to appease those folks from time to time by going out of our way, by tiptoeing, then that's what we are forced to do. And I know that it's shitty, and I know that it's wrong, but I don't know what else to do.
What's the timeline look for Misty being charged and executed?
Which is scheduled to be executed? I thought she was
Normally
just
how
in
it's gonna go.
Hell, an execution is not unwarranted if that is what the Heptarchy deems. Now, she's currently in the hands of the agent of Amenul, who as I'm sure you know, are very good at extracting information and maybe planting information.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it any more than you do.
What's
You
the
say she's in
timeline?
the Great Keep.
If I had to guess, if things don't simmer on their own, which I would be astounded if they do, days.
Before the election?
I would imagine that the Heptarchy would want action before.
It makes a
The
statement.
If it's going
It's
to
good
be
publicity.
an execution, it would be a wonderful follow-up to a successful election.
Exactly
Is
what I'm
there-
thinking.
Any possibility
make
that
sense
we
too.
could get an audience with Misty?
You would be extremely hard-pressed. You would have to convince enough of the Heptarchy, which good luck even getting their attention.
Okay,
Mm,
but
that's not a good time
Other-
frame plan, to be honest, with the time
Is
we
it-
have.
is it seriously like that bad that you're asking?
A group of strangers
Yes.
that
No.
you found in a
Don't
back
you understand why
alley.
they're asking us? I get what they're putting down.
Mm.
You need
And
us to infiltrate the Syndicate and or the Reapers to find out what's going on, quell the uprising from within, and stop the war or win it from one side or the other.
That's an extreme view to take, Ceral. I'm sure
I
that's
mean-
But
the
extreme is the only measure that we can take.
I mean, if it's this bad, I mean, obviously you're not going to have any resources to help us then. If we're
Correct.
your resource.
I cannot pay you. I don't have enough to pay my staff as it is. I can't legally deputize you. But what I can do is share information. And that's
And
ultimately what I seek.
We'll do
from
it
you.
for lightning bolt and fire patches. We want them both. I think you could spare 8 of those, right?
Have you gotten any reports back from Misty's? I presume interrogations are happening. Have you gotten any intelligence back?
I know what she told us, but she was not here long before the agents of Al-Manul seized her.
Do you have a written record that we could take? Do you have notes from what she told you?
Yes, but I will have to wait 1 week to get those to you.
I thought as much. Do you have anybody?
That's me saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have that, but I don't have it.
I didn't want to make you just read it all off right now.
Do you have anybody who is already undercover in either organization?
I mean,
We do have agents in both, but I fear that if we
I'm not
share
asking
that
for their
with you
names.
now,
I'm not asking
that
who they are. What is the
we
most
would
recent
only jeopardize
intelligence?
their identities.
Yeah, I don't need that, Deputy Chief. What is the most recent intelligence that they provided you based on the retaliation actions of each group? Thus far. Besides the incident just recently with Ceral.
The Reapers are militarizing. They
Mhm.
are arming themselves and preparing themselves for war. They have several plans, small-scale attacks at first on syndicate establishments
Mhm.
or those sympathetic to the syndicate. And I haven't heard from my agents in the syndicate since all of this went down, and I fear worst.
As far as we know, they have no clue what happened other than he's dead. And that's just based on the interrogation that Ceral was going through when we ran to his rescue.
You
you
recover anything from Falco Moro's body?
I mean, other than his pinky.
There was the powder that was given to him.
We tossed the bodies, didn't we?
No.
You did, and so you found 2 things on Falco. One, you found a vial of something that I believe
blue
is
potion.
in
Yeah.
Enyo's inventory.
Yeah,
Is it the?
that blue, what
yeah,
he
Falco's
drank
vial.
to come back.
Where is it? in
You
my
also
inventory?
found a. It's under your consumables. You also found, and I don't know if this is anybody's inventory, but you found a crumpled up piece of parchment.
Enyo was the one that searched the bodies, so she would have that.
Yes, we found this, and I'm gonna produce Falco's vial and just set it gently on her desk. Have you seen anything
She
like
takes-
it before?
Takes a look at it. She says, "Well, at first blush, it looks like a frost tincture."
Mm-hmm.
She unstoppers the vial and takes a smell. No, this is something else. This must be a new development.
It was fed to Falco after he was
Dead.
not dead, and he popped right back up to fight again.
He was having a hard time dying.
Blue eyes.
Now
Very
that
blessed.
That potion.
that is worth knowing.
Mhm.
Thank you for sharing that.
May I have the vial back?
Mm. I gave
Certainly.
you some information. Will you give me some information?
What would you like to know?
A personnel file.
On
Write a name on a piece of paper and slide it to her.
did you send that to me in the chat?
I will.
Okay.
What was the other
You
thing that we
spoke-
took from Falco's body? Sorry.
Crumpled up piece of parchment.
Okay.
You spoke of Misty's checkered past. What exactly do you mean by that?
Misty, in her youth, was involved with an organization that is vile and instigator worshippers and just it's a cult. It's a cult of the worst order, and we know of their existence, but they are slippery and they
Wait.
are nefarious.
Which one?
You name them?
Which
They go
instigator?
by which the Desecrator, Maven.
They worship Maven?
Yes.
You say she was involved, so she left? She escaped this cult?
Ah, yes.
That's what our intel tells us.
So why would that color the investigation of her now?
You know how these things go when someone gets booked. If they have a sordid past, that's not something that the people in charge are going to ignore.
You guys are gonna make her the scapegoat.
Yes, not us, but the people above us. And that's what I'm telling you, is that if we don't...
Come on. Let's take this.
I'm sorry. I don't know too much of the history. Why? Like, what cult did the cult have a name? Like, were they known as a name?
Well, the worshippers of Maven worship dark magic and
The
death.
decorators of Maven. Desecrators
know-
of Maven.
We know them as the Black Cabal.
Ah,
Sitsu barely covers a giggle at that.
Inya's gonna
Nice
kind of tilt her
insight.
head to look
Back
up
her.
at Sitsu. Because she's still on her shoulders, so she hurt her. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, come on, that's a really heavy-handed nickname. Like,
Is that
you
that
that
why you
scared of
stopped?
these guys?
That's the information that I know.
That's just...
Do you have other information you'd like to share?
Are they completely disbanded?
No, it seems a little extra.
Yeah.
It's
What does the note say?
well,
Can I pull
to
that
our
out?
knowledge. I don't know. Yeah, you can pull out the notes. You see there the side that you first open. Let's see. It's a list.
Okay, it's a list.
And you see there are 7 entries on this list.
Okay.
Some of them are crossed out.
Okay.
2 of them are annotated. 1 of them is circled. You see Tendrix Tonics crossed out. A cut above crossed out. Hoplot, H-O-P-L-O-T, crossed out. Then you see a matter of metal with an R written next to it. Fire and flower, an R written next to it. And saffron and sage is circled. And finally, Renfro's wax and wicks has no markings on it.
What was the first one?
I'll send it to the chat.
Hendrix Tonics is
Tonics.
crossed out.
Now, are you the only one who has seen this parchment?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have Sitsu on my shoulders, so I know she's going to be looking over it. So because I'm going to say, since Sitsu just said that, she's going to have kind of mumbled that to me as I'm looking at that one side of the parchment.
What's a hit list? That's interesting.
I'm not thinking hit list.
The other side of the paper, you see very hastily written, pick up the squealer, make him talk.
It's not a nice nickname either. You people are very bad at naming things.
You know that's going to be referring to...
Yes, he's talking about Ceral.
Of course. Okay.
I take that as a personal indictment, damn it.
This is Sitsu in character, because you were just talking
I
about...
know.
Which is a very personal opinion on something in this conversation.
I think it's amazing that Nick is really good at names, but Falco is not. That is...
Sitsu is talking about Falco.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I was just messing with you.
I'm thinking
love
these
it.
R's are for Reapers, maybe, but I'm not sure. What do you got, Sitsu?
I want to know why my parents' shop is on here.
Can I ask about, you mentioned if your candidate gets chosen in the Mediarch election, who is that?
Jura Asteria, she was formerly the chief knight of the Knights of Juris. This ages ago, retired for the last 7 or 8 years, but she has our support, not just because of her past, but because of what she stands for.
Well, presumably you are doing what you can to help security leading up to the election.
Oh, certainly, it's...
She survived attempts so far, but there's still
Attempts?
time to go.
What do you...
Like you said, the syndicate likes to control things. Surely they wouldn't let whoever get elected without attempting to have a say.
Interesting.
Well, who would the Reapers be packing to?
I don't
She's
presume to
random.
speak for Syndicate or Reapers, but there are some who supports her opponent, Amira Honeycrest. I personally cannot back her politics, but
Deputy Chief, this list
that's
was also
crazy.
found on Cyril's person. Not Cyril, Falco's person. Sorry, Cyril. Just want you to have a quick look at it and see if anything jumps out to you on this list. She's gonna slide the list on the table in front of her, kind of like spreading it out a little bit.
I'm not sure what the crossing out means. To my knowledge, these are still standing, still operational.
That's good to know.
Now, if this was on Falco's possession, the R, could that be a Reaper? Could that be something
Probably.
else?
I was leaning towards that.
Possessed?
I was leaning towards that, being that those are spots that are already controlled by the Reapers. But what are your thoughts? And he's gonna step back so we can take a look at it.
My
Isn't that
parents
your
never
family?
got involved in that type of stuff. They were very not.
What about your cousin?
I mean, you met them.
no, yeah, but what about your cousin? Does he go there enough? You say he brings friends there? Would you say it's
I
a safe place?
I don't think it's, like-
potentially-
It's a safe place for him,
Hmm.
but it's not like
I think a potentially bigger issue is why Falco has circled one of these.
Cyril, have you looked at the list?
No.
I mean,
Okay.
unless like
Okay, Cyril.
If you all are there, then yes, I will look at the list.
Cyril, you see the shop that's circled Saffron and Sage. That is Malloy's shop.
I mean, unless they're like
You gonna say anything, Cyril?
taxing them.
I mean, it could be that Falco was going around and collecting bribes. I mean, there's a lot of things I
mean-
could think.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Saffron and Sage right here, that's Malloy's shop, so... You know. Malloy's probably working for the Syndicate now.
Who's Malloy?
Well, Malloy's kind of like my old landlord. I guess I owe him a little bit of money and all that. But, you know, my family, well, the people who raised me really worked for him for a while. And he's a good dude. Has a good comic book collection. And, well, anyway, I met up with him recently and we talked for a little while. He said his shop's having some trouble. And then he led me down a dark alley. And that's last I kind of
Cyril,
remember.
is this the gentleman you talked to before Falco kidnapped you?
You know, I'm going to be honest. Yesterday, I would definitely call Malloy a gentleman. Today, I feel like I don't have that same inkling.
Okay,
Use
so
your
list
use your big
of-
words.
Was this a list of places to target you, Cyril?
Me? I mean, tonics? No. No.
Cyril, you know that Tendrix Tonics is the place that you accidentally robbed.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
You've been to at least 3 of them. And the one that's circled is the one they got you at.
And both
you guys think they were looking for me?
Cyril and Woe, you would recognize these are all shops in the square.
Oh.
I think this is controlling.
well, I mean, the fact that it says pick up the
You
squealer
guys think they
and
were
make
looking
him
for
talk,
me? Like, all this effort is for me?
So
depending on who ordered it.
Question to Nick. Would I know if Brioche Rosemont owns any of these shops?
Does not.
Okay.
So I think Tendrix, a cut above, Hot Blot are controlled by the Syndicate.
And the R means Reaper, the circle is all about me. They were worried about me.
Okay,
No,
I
I
turned-
think the circle
turned
one
the
is
note
one that
over.
they need to get.
I turned the note over and I just say, I don't think they were worried about you. I think that they were trying to catch you.
Now, are you the squealer? That
Well, they did cut off his finger.
they
I
were.
Damn
did-
squeal.
I
I-
pinched him
I-
to see if he'll squeal.
I'm gonna Constitution saving throw that one.
DC 10. Ah.
No, he's good.
I mean, if we connect the dots pretty easily, I would say that yes, this might be a list where they were evaluating locations and people that would help them track you down, Cyril, because they obviously wanted you to tell them how Alistair died because you were there. And it's not like they know me, they don't know Sitsu, and I'm pretty sure they don't know much about Woe either. So, yeah, I mean, this list might have been for you, but I think we need to discuss next actions and where we're going to go from here, because this list might be able to help us, it might not, but we do also have a meeting with, I'm going to kind of glance at Woe, some other people.
Now,
Yeah,
can I get one thing straight first? Are you agreeing to aid us?
Absolutely.
Potentially.
Wink.
So our interests align. For myself, Deputy Chief, I would like Misty to be let go and be able to continue her bar, and I like staying there, and she's been a good acquaintance. So our interests are aligned, but I'm not gonna say I'm actually helping you. We just have similar
I'll say I'm
interests
actually helping you.
on what needs
And
to
she's
get done.
with me.
I will hit you, Ceral.
So I'll leave it at this. There's no contracts, no need to sign anything, but I will make Cadet Erden, since you seem to have a rapport with him, available to be your liaison in the streets. And I will make myself available here should you need to contact me.
There's only one thing we truly need out of you, Deputy. And I look at the rest of the team and I look at the Deputy and just say, we need to make sure that you know we might have to get our hands dirty and we can't go to jail for completing your mission.
As far as the Knights are concerned, every Syndicate and Reaper signed their death certificate when they joined. So, as far as they are concerned, zero repercussions. Now,
Fair game.
when citizens are involved, things get a little bit murkier, but I can promise you that I will do my best. I will go to bat for you.
I mean, this conversation never happened, and we've never had this discussion, so that's the other reason why. I mean, Ceral over here can probably give you 100% yes, but I'm going to say our interests align, and we'll be helping one another in this aspect. And that's all I can give you.
Are you
Very
just
pragmatic of you.
wanting? Are you wanting to actually learn what happened to Alliser, or are you just wanting to prevent this gang war that is brewing?
Yes.
Both?
Yeah, I see no reason why both can't be achieved. And I think that getting to the heart of the former will assist in the latter.
Fair enough.
Perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps Alliser Sane has nothing to do with any of this, but I find that hard to believe.
True enough. And like I said, we'll keep you up to date on relevant information that pertains to your side of this interest. And we'll do our best to make sure our interests continue to align so that Misty can be freed from her charges.
If you hear any more about her and her investigation, please let us know.
As long as this is a two-way avenue of communication, then absolutely.
Yeah, send me that file as soon as you get your hands on it.
Absolutely.
I'm sure Erden will be happy to see you again, Will. All right. Well,
And I don't mean that he's going to be tagging along with you. I wouldn't burden you with that. But he will be available.
we appreciate that, and we will communicate a need to meet through Erden, I assume. Or
I look at Woe. Hey, him being available means more time to read the book.
but if we need to meet with you, we'll make sure to pass along the message and set up a time we can come when you're available.
Excellent.
Wonderful. Anything else, Deputy Chief?
Nothing comes to mind.
Well, it was a pleasure not talking to you and not having this conversation, and make sure we're strangers from here on out.
I don't know who any of you are. Please exit.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm going to open the door and motion to Ceral and Woe to get out of the chairs and get out the door.
As you turn around and are facing toward the door, you see that there is a bulletin on the far wall opposite the chief's desk, and it looks like one of those, yarn connected pictures and pictures. And you see Enyo, and anybody who looks over at this bulletin, there are 5 pieces of parchment with drawings on them. At the top, it says Order of the Nightbirds. and there's like little
That's
bits of
cool.
information, but there's no photographs or anything like that. And it looks like the fever dream of someone who is like just too invested into a case.
Charlie!
Exactly. Pepe Sylvia.
Sitsu kind of turns around to the deputy chief. She's like, see, that's a good name.
Yeah, and I mean, there's literal maniacs running around, so be careful.
What do you mean, maniacs?
Well, we appreciate the warning.
Come on, guys, let's go
Man
walk
we've
around.
never met. Have a good day. And I'm gonna nudge Ceral and Woe out the door and duck so me and Sitsu can get out the door and shut it behind me.
Bonk.
Bonk.
No, you're good. Okay. And as you're leaving, she says, "You should go rest. You look a bit like shit."
Valid. Is all
She's
Inya says.
talking to you,
That's
Sarah.
wonderful.
I'm fine. She's talking to Ceral.
Yeah, I think we might all just need to take a breather though and reconvene and figure out where we should go next.
I think we should get out of the Knights building before we talk more about this.
And it is at this point, like, it is late. It's close to midnight. It's a little over 24 hours since everything that first went down in Misty's went down. You're hurt. You're probably tired. And you now have a bit more information, but you're at this crossroads of deciding what is it that you all are going to do. And to give you a chance to think about that for a moment individually, I think now would be a good time to take a bathroom break.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take a break and we'll be back soon. Be back soon, stream. Right? It's a lot.
Welcome back, everyone. Now that our bladders are empty and our beverages are full, let's pick up where we left off. So you exit the Knight's Hall, the chill, late winter, early spring air all around you. There's no snow on the ground, but you know that there's going to be frost by the time the sun rises. And you're left at this crossroads, each with your own agendas pulling you in different directions, but also at the center of it's this need for information. So what do you all do?
Hey, Woe, can I talk to you for a minute?
I mean, you are right now.
Yeah, I meant like, I look at the other two, like over here, and I start kind of walking away.
Oh, do you
Don't
not like us
leave,
anymore, Ceral?
Sitsu drops down. She's like, you guys can talk whatever you like. I have some business to attend, so
kind of
I'll
embarrassing.
meet you tomorrow.
So you gotta go poop?
Sure, we'll go with that.
No, Woe.
So are you good to go with your... Or you need any companionship?
Nope, I'm just going to go, but where do you
need
want to meet
anything,
tomorrow?
buddy? Let's meet back at Misty's Tavern. I think that should be the best spot, since we all know that location. Unless you want to meet at Woe's parents' bakery.
My cart's still at the bakery.
We'll meet at Fire and Flower.
Okay.
The alley.
The alley behind it.
Yeah, there's one side by it.
I can go down alleys if I'm with you guys, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll hold your hand.
Only if you're with us. As
But-
Sitsu waves
Oh,
goodbye and goes
Hold
down.
on, hold on.
Oh, okay.
We need a secret word.
Why?
For showing up in an alley.
Well, yeah, so if we need to send someone to get one of
I
us.
got it.
Oh, okay.
Wad.
Oh.
Wad.
Codename Wad.
Sure. Codename Wad.
We
Which
say
means,
codename Wad.
watch out, dudes!
Okay.
Watch.
that your team name?
Wad.
Wad. That would be Wode. Watch out, dude.
That's why
Yeah,
it's a
that
code,
would be-
Whoa!
You said
Wad.
you can read.
I can read. I was encrypting it.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Wad is our code name, or code
Don't worry,
word
guys.
only,
I got
not
a
our...
team name for us.
Okay, look.
Because we're a good guys. We're a team. We're not a crew. We're not a clan.
Just if we see each other again, you have to ask the person when they walk up to you what the word is, and they have to say it.
Just to be safe.
Sure.
Oh, if something is not safe, we have to have a code word. So,
Ooh,
like, if
that's a good
someone's listening or watching.
What's the opposite of a wad? A splat!
I was gonna say Dow.
Dow?
What?
I was
Okay.
gonna say dab.
It's Wad
Dow.
backwards. Dow.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Sure. Let's
Wad is
go with
safe.
that.
Dow is not safe.
Gotcha.
Deal.
Okay. I will see you guys at the alley behind Woe's parents' house.
Sounds good. Are
Tomorrow.
you two good as well? Woe, Ceral, you good?
Yeah, we're totally fine.
Okay,
good.
you're not having any issues, are you, Ceral?
No, I can poop just fine.
That was not what I was referencing, but I'm really glad to
I'm
know
happy you're regular.
that. I'm off. Have a good one till then. And you know, it's just gonna start walking away.
As I wave by, another hand goes by, and another hand goes by, and I do like 3 little by hands, all with minor illusion. I'm trying to be cool.
Do the minor illusion hands have pinkies?
Yes, because it's my right hand. Oh, okay, yeah.
I just thought it'd be really sad if they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Bixby's hand.
What's up?
So this is kind of embarrassing, but,
Are you not regular?
well, I'll talk to you about my poops, but now is not the time, okay? So, when Malloy approached me, and he started telling me that his shop wasn't getting customers, do you know what I felt? felt sad for him. And then he was telling me, like, about his problems, and I really wanted to help. And then he asked me to follow him, and do you know what I felt? No fear at all. And he led me into a trap.
Yeah?
And then I think I got hit. And then I woke up. And you know the first person I saw? It was Falco. Do you know what I felt in that moment when I saw Falco and his burned face?
The happiness?
I did. I felt relief. I felt like my friend was okay. He cut off my pinky, whoa. Well, he ordered it, but still, he cut off my pinky. And then, when you guys showed up, you know what the first thing I said? First thing I said when I saw you guys? Do you remember? Did you hear it?
No, I don't. Probably not.
I do. I said, let me out, I know all their weaknesses. That's wrong for so many reasons. One, I don't know your weaknesses. But two, I might have turned on you in that moment because I was so scared of what they were going to do, because they just cut off my pinky.
Ceral, can I tell you something?
Yeah?
If you ever turn on me or rat me out, I will skin you alive and I will make you watch as I
Sure.
eat you.
Yeah, I get it. I felt
No.
so powerless in that moment. I'm tired of feeling powerless, Whoa. When you guys stuck up for me, I felt powerful for the first time in a long time. I guess what I'm saying is, even though you're threatening me right here, I guess I'm just kind of getting used to everyone threatening me.
Good.
But when you guys had my back, I actually felt kind of not weak. I don't want to feel weak anymore. There's something I need to do tomorrow, and I might need your help. Can you help me with something? I just need you to do something... Well, you're gonna hate it. It's really easy for most people, but...
Are you going to do something nice?
No, Whoa, I'm not. I need you to do something nice. I need you to do something that you're gonna hate, and I know you're gonna hate it, but... Here's the thing. Can you just do it for me? I just need...
What?
10 minutes. I need you to pretend you respect me. Just for like 10 minutes. Because here's the thing, Whoa. I've been weak my whole life.
I do respect you.
Yeah.
Roll a deception check. Just kidding.
That's hard. Damn.
It's fine. It's fine. I wouldn't respect me either. But here's the thing. I'm gonna turn it all around. Nope. I've made a lot of mistakes. But realizing I've been on the wrong side of things. Here's the thing, Whoa. I'm not gonna turn on you ever. So just do me a favor, if you decide to turn on me, just don't let me see it coming. Because I think the worst thing would be to know that you're kind of the only person who's ever stuck up for me. And if you turned on me, I wouldn't want to know that I was your enemy for long.
Okay. Yeah. Just tell me you're not joining the Knights.
Oh no. Oh no.
Thank God. Thank God.
No. I'm gonna do something tomorrow, and just if you pretend to respect me for a few minutes, you might actually respect me a little bit, and well, I'm working on something that you might like.
I believe in you.
Okay, cool. Can I borrow like 5 gold? I promise I'll pay you back. I just need a couple. I got a little bit. I just need a couple of bucks just to get me through.
Are you going to go play cards?
No, I'm not gambling, and I put my hand on your shoulder, and I'm really trusting you. I'm gonna trust you with a lot tomorrow. I do trust you, and I'm gonna prove it to you tomorrow.
Okay. Here's 5 gold.
Well, thank you. And I'm gonna walk off because I got to do some shopping. Well, first I'm gonna sleep, and then tomorrow morning I'm gonna do some shopping. Oh, about 10 a.m. We don't need to start super early. And I walk off.
All right, bye.
And at this point, you all have gone your separate ways. Who would like to start?
I mean,
I
I
will.
can if no one else would. Go for it, yeah.
All right, Sitsu, as you are walking toward your destination, you spy in the distance a cat. And
Jessica.
moving very carefully, but very directly, clearly toward you. And as it gets close, you realize that this is no ordinary cat. It is translucent, as if woven from moonlight. And it draws up next to you, rubs against your leg, and speaks, its mouth never moving. Come home, Caesar. It is time. And the cat
Sitsu
fades.
kind of smiles and looks up at like the moon and says, "I'm on my way." And she just goes down an alley, like towards the riverside area.
Yeah, you cross the bridge, you wind your way through the streets and alleys, and you approach a 3-story gray stone building. It's tall, but not the tallest. It's large, but not the largest. Old, but not quite the oldest. Just a perfectly average building in the heart of Riverside. And like all of the buildings here, the stones are weather-worn and covered in a mix of dead ivy and graffiti. You see a young woman stands outside, her white hood drawn up against the rain that has started to fall. Her skin's a pale blue tinged with green, her face round and her nose and chin pointed. Care for a dot, Sitsu? And she places a hand-rolled cigarette on her lips and extends one to you.
Just what I needed. Merci, Arlene.
It's a bad habit, I know, but we will all join La Grand-Mère sooner or later, no?
When it is our time,
And the two of you
until
just
then,
kind of stand there in silence, enjoying your smoke. It's fragrant and floral. And after a while, she breaks the silence and says, "It is true, then? Today is your day?"
tonight's
Day, night.
Tonight
it's
is
all
the
the
night.
same, no?
it's time. Sitsu's like clearly like barely contained excitement right now.
Yeah, and
Maybe
she
it's a bit like
smiles, but you notice that it definitely doesn't meet her eyes. Aline is always hard to read, but you know her better than anybody, and there's something hidden in her countenance. It's not quite anger, not sadness. It's maybe a touch of disappointment. You must have impressed them, I guess. I always assumed that I would be there for yours, but I guess now it is the other way around, petit sûr. But I wouldn't feel right if I didn't at least see you before you.
I'll be waiting for you when it is your turn too. I'm not leaving, I'll still be here. And I'll be there when you're ready too.
I know. Of course you will. Still be a little jealous.
As long as it's only a little. There's cute jealous and then there's killing people jealous.
Yeah, of course. I know that I am only 7 days older than you are, but still.
You are the petite sœur now.
Fine. Go. They wait.
Sitsu like leans up on her tiptoes and kisses Alan on the forehead and then goes inside the warehouse.
Shakes her head. Je t'aime. And saunters off. And as you enter the door, the halls, which are normally teeming with activity, are silent. You see there are black tapers that line the ground, and as you walk past each of them, they flare to life with a silver flame. And you follow the candles to the end of the hall, and you see them descend the stairs to the basement, still utterly silent. But lining the stairs and the space beyond, standing between the candles, dressed in their leathers, their white hoods drawn, black masks worn, you see the residents of the house, your brothers and sisters of Les Chauffins. They stare straight ahead and whisper indiscernibly as you pass.
Titsu kind of nods to like each of them in turn. She like draws her veil up to cover the lower half of her face, make sure her hood is on, and is sort of like, she went from very like bubbly, excited child outside to she is now very reverent and very like respectful towards those she's walking past.
And they pay you no mind, seemingly continuing to whisper whatever it is that they're whispering. The room at the base of the stairs widens, and so does the ring of these attentive brothers and sisters of yours. And there stands at the end of them a woman, older than the others. Above her veil, you see her dark, wrinkled skin and her purple-blue eyes just staring back at you. This, of course, you know, is Rayla, one of your matriarchs. And she begins to speak in a fervent, reverent voice above the whispers. Sitsu, issue of my issue, blood of my blood. Today, tonight, you die. And tonight you shall be reborn anew. For the grey maiden has smiled on you. The shepherd herself has marked you as her own, laid claim to your soul for the service you have sworn and sown. Midnight Usher has peeled back the veil for you to see beyond. She has revealed to you the call of her wayward flock. It draws you to it like a moth to the flame, a ship to harbor, a lover to home. She calls to you to be that harbor, to be that home, to be a beacon in the fog of eternity. Death calls, Sitsu. Will you heed it? Will you give yourself to her?
I will answer that call, ma mère.
And you hear the whispering that has continued, this susurration growing to almost a fever pitch. Then rise, sister, initiate, equal. Rise to meet your destiny.
Titsu takes off her hood and her veil and goes and kneels in front of her matriarch and then stands up, looking up towards her.
Rayla holds her hands together above her head, palms upturned, a silver curl of metal resting in them, a chain of thin moonlight hanging past her wrists. The whispered quorum grows louder and louder, their words turning to wailing as they shriek and clamor and keen, the very sound of it becoming a living thing that envelops and swallows you in its thrum. Rayla lowers her hands and drapes over your head a silver crescent necklace. Impossibly light, stronger than steel, lustrous and finer than any diamonds, nearly iridescent in the flickering silver candlelight. And suddenly the wailing of the congregation stops. And after a brief moment of silence, it turns to cheers and hollers as people laugh They shout your name into the air, pat you on the back and shoulders, hug you, kiss you, and it's jubilant and blissful.
It's a night of celebration. Sitsu is going to be having a great time.
And you see there's food and drinks and dancing and singing and poetry and just enjoyments of you in this moment. Because after all this time, after all your work, you have been welcomed through this rite of passage into the folds of Les Chauffins. You are no longer this little sister, you are an equal. And this goes on for quite some time, hours into the night, but eventually the crowd thins, each to their own devices, their charges. And you're left alone with just a few people here in the basement, Rayla among them.
I want to try and talk to her about Misty if I can.
Yeah, you're able to get her to yourself. This is for you, after all. I am proud of you.
I hope I live up to that. And to Grandmère.
Of that I have no doubt.
I know we are supposed to act as shepherds, but I also know that there are those who have left our group. What if I knew of one who has left, who is in trouble?
Well, while some may wander, none are ever truly lost. She calls for all of us. She has laid claim to each of us. What is it you know?
Do you remember Arliss?
The brood of Lahab?
Yes.
How could I forget?
She left because of her son.
Yes.
She has a new name now and a new home, and well, that's all being threatened now.
We may change our or where we are, but we are still the same. She is still the same.
The Grey Maiden calls to us now, and even if we leave, then she would call to us to help those. Part of being a shepherd is finding the lost ones, right?
Yes.
Arliss is, well, she's in danger. She's being held in the Grey Keep. She will probably be killed after the election.
Do you? I'm sorry.
No, they think that she's. Well, they think. I don't think that they think she's done anything, but she is a convenient scapegoat for the city's need to control. Could we get to her?
Seats.
I know we have people there. I know we have.
I have no doubt that you, of all people, can get anywhere you set your mind. Now, yes, we have brothers and sisters to keep. And we can see what they know. If it is access you seek, then we will make the way.
I need to talk to her at least. If we could get her out, that would be the best, but I know that is a large thing to ask.
You do not think this mere coincidence, do? That on the very eve that you ascend, you come with heart heavy and burdened with the love for your own. No, see, this is the machinations beyond us. You have a purpose here, Sitsu, beyond just yourself, beyond just us as a collective. And I simply hope that you, as you move forward, keep your eyes, ears, and your heart open, for these are your greatest tools. We shall open the doors that we can, as you do for us. On that you have my word.
Merci, Mère. I truly think that. Well, I mean, I learned all of this yesterday, and I think that she's. It's just too convenient. There's no way she's not telling me to go help her.
She calls. This world and its people are yours now, Sitsu. Yours to tend. See to them.
Looks like I'm going back to the keep after all.
I would wish you luck, but you do not need it.
Tomorrow, I will talk to my friends that are looking for her. And then we will go try. They're not of us, but they will help. I know them. They wish us no ill.
I trust your judgment. As you mentioned, the friends. You recall the young fellow, Freeman? No?
Yes. He's nothing, Mère. I've told you this.
This I wish I could believe were true, but we have reason to believe that he has been radicalized. Be wary of him.
Freeman? He's
Yes.
a fisherman's son. He's not going to...
You know how those shrieking sisters are when they reach their hooks into young folks like Freeman. Desperate folks. Beware.
I will watch out for him. You don't think he wishes to harm us, do you? He wouldn't come after Le Chauffin just because he's angry with me.
Don't think he would come for all of us. She is not enough of a man for that. But he may come for you.
I'll be ready.
I
And
know
if
you.
it's his time, then it's his time.
And you will return him to his mother.
Safely home, one way or another.
She reaches forward and plants a kiss on your forehead.
Ditsu just continues. The night continues, kind of celebration style, and winds down.
Perfect. Who's next?
I don't know if
Should we roll initiative?
I feel like we should. God. Dang.
Yeah, the three of you roll a
Roll initiative, okay.
Roll a d20.
Yeah, just roll a d20. We'll see who goes next. Ty goes to alphabetical break.
Five.
Ceral
Ceral.
gone last, eh? Okay, Enyo. As you depart from the others outside of the Knight's Hall, where is it that you are heading?
I'm headed over to Riverside as well, but not in the same area as Tsitsu.
You would have crossed at a different bridge.
Yeah.
Your trajectory would have taken you farther to the east of Riverside.
Yeah, that seems right.
And as you cross, you see, despite the hour, there are still people milling about Riverside. And a lot of the folks that you see are children. A young boy, can't be more than 10, emerges from an alley on the other side of the river. He's taller than Sitsu by a fair margin, but you can tell he's young.
Mm-hmm.
He's robed in just dirty rags, and as he gets to about 10 feet from you, he says, "Give us a coin, would you, Mum? Frightful hungry we are."
Does Inu recognize this particular child?
You do. This is a young boy named Zavis.
And I know his name, right?
Do. For he is one of your own, in a way.
Mm-hmm. How's that been working for you all day, Zavis?
Be honest, Mum, ain't it since for Durrell's Day or for hung?
For hung?
Just a coin would do.
How about 2? And then you tell me what those 2 are up to today.
Well, I ain't seen Mr. Orange nor Mr. Lemon a couple of days, but I heard that they was on the wrong side of the law, they was.
You heard they got in trouble then. Anything else you
You
can tell
know-
me?
Nothing's new. They got millions of aliases, don't they?
Nothing's new there.
But, Mr. Lemon, he said he wanted a word with you.
I figured he might. Alright, Davis. Usual spot?
He said to come see him in the morning. But I've got something else for you if you've got the coin for it.
How reliable are we talking about this other piece of information is going to be?
He holds up a piece of parchment that's folded in on itself, making itself into an envelope, and it looks very pristine and neat. I don't know. The bloke what gave it to me said that you'd find it awfully interesting.
Is that right?
Sure did. Said get it to you straight away.
Oh, straight away, and that's what. And Inyo's gonna kind of look like up towards the moon. When did he about give this to you? Because it's quite late now, Zavis.
Not long past.
Alright. Let's see your negotiation skills.
5 silver.
I was thinking 3.
I was thinking 7.
I was thinking 4.
Deal. And he holds out his hand.
And she's gonna sprinkle 4 silver coins in his palm. And she's gonna snatch the letter from him and says, "Now, why don't you
I've
go
done it for
get
2.
some food?" I know, darling. I know you would have.
You see Zavis take the coins. He rushes off to your right, maybe 20 yards to a tent. A lot of the domiciles here are a little more than tents. And you see there is a fire roaring in a barrel, and there are a couple people huddled around it. And he passes the coins that you just gave him to an older woman bundled up in ragged coats, and she passes something to him.
How it goes.
And it doesn't look like food.
Doesn't surprise me.
But you now have this beautifully folded, almost like origami, this letter in your hand.
Can I tell the time based on the position of the moon?
Yeah, by the time it took you to get to Riverside, it's 1:30 in the morning.
Okay. Can I go to a local spot? You know, little safe area and kind of unwind
Certainly.
until morning and read my letter? As
Heading
I
to
would.
a tavern here or something.
Yeah.
Okay, the Sea Spray is nearby. You know that they are not affiliated directly with Reapers or Syndicate. They're one of the rare neutral taverns in Riverside, and there's always rooms to rent.
I'm gonna go rent a room and get a hot meal for the night, and until I've secured the door with my hot meal and everything, I'm not gonna open the letter until I'm inside and secure.
Yeah, you go through the pleasantries, a little bit of banter with the barkeep, you get your meal and your room key, and you find yourself alone, door locked. What do you do?
I'm gonna make sure that there's no listening anywhere in the room, and I'm going to open my letter after double checking everything and make sure there's no, ears that shouldn't be around or eyes that shouldn't be.
You pull the top flap, and inside you see thin, elegant, perfectly neat script that addresses you. And it says, Enyo, if you truly wish to make a difference in this city, then the Knights of Juris are allies. They posture with the guise of justice, but are as insidious as those they decry. There is a man in Riverside named Brees Markin. Since Cloudrend last, he has abducted and killed 2 young boys. The Knights know, and yet they do not act. Would they have done had I not saved you all those years ago, alone in the rain? Would your killer have been brought to justice? Or would he walk the streets of Riverside a free man, as Markin does? It is time to write your story in the Book of Destiny. I beseech you, do what those in power have failed to do.
Now, is this the first time I've received such an invitation?
Yes.
Fascinating.
And it's
now.
And it's been... How long has it been since that night?
So that was then, and it's been 11, going on 12 years now.
Okay.
12 years with not a word.
This is what you have been waiting for. And, a sign, a word, anything, and here it is.
Now I've just got to figure out where Markin is.
Markin is... You say the name in your head. It seems familiar. You know you've heard it somewhere, seen it somewhere, but it's not coming to you.
Hold on. Let's see. No, that wasn't weird. Can I, check myself on if I can remember it?
Yeah, sure, actually. Go ahead. Roll a history check.
Okay.
Brees Markin, that's pot-bellied, squint-eyed, greasy-haired stain of a man. You know him. You assumed maybe that he was a voyeur, a creep, but if this letter is true, a child killer? In Riverside? Your neighborhood? You know Reese. At least where he resides. In the Red Lion Inn at Riverside, 2nd floor. A drunk. What do you do with that information?
Having made sure my door was secure and having made sure everybody knows I'm up here, I of course acquired a room with a nice window, and I'm going to scale to the roof, leaving my window just ajar so that when I return I will be able to get back in it. But I'm about to go hunting.
And you move like darkness itself from rooftop to rooftop, carefully. Every footstep calculated as you go. And before long, you reach Red Lion. You can hear music coming from downstairs. You're on top of the second floor roof. There are lights coming from inside. What do you do?
I'm gonna see if I can get a glimpse of the main floor and see if he's down there, or if I can identify if he's already in his room, drunkenly passed out.
As you move from the roof, just moving across the perimeter, you peek into the second floor rooms and you see, passed out with his pants undone and something in his hand, looks like a piece of paper perhaps, it's Breesmarken.
And I see him in one of the rooms on the second floor, right?
Yes, you do.
I'm going to stealthily ease the latch open, proceed into the
Doesn't
room,
resist you.
and I'm going to make sure to secure the door to make sure that it's already locked. If not, it will be.
It was left unlocked. You see a bottle of whiskey, nearly finished, on its side, on the table in front of him. He's passed out before the fire.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to go for the 2 sweet spots and make sure it just looks like he passed out and died from alcohol poisoning.
The 2 sweet spots.
One right there, and one slightly through the ribs into the heart.
The first strike causes him to open his eyes, and they already begin closing as your second finds its mark. And before he even catches sight of Breesmarken is dead, the photograph in his hand falling to the floor.
I'm going to examine the photograph just to get an idea of what he was looking at.
And you instantly move it away from your sights. The imagery on it's something you don't even want to speak of.
Knowing the decision has been right, I easily backtrace my steps to the window and secure it back as it was. Having twisted the lock on my way to the window, it's unlocked again. But I'm out the door, out the window, back on the roof, slowly making my way back to my room for a nice warm bed.
Before anyone is the wiser. Your room is warm, your bed is soft. See, Enyo, you sleep like a baby.
Nice and tucked in tight.
Absolutely. Whoa. You leave the Knight's Hall. All this information rattling around in your head. Where do you go?
I think I would go down to South Side.
South side.
Preferably the wall. Somewhere where I could overlook the ruins. Maybe the guild down there.
Okay. Now, you know that scaling the wall is not difficult. There are plenty of access points. But it is guarded at all. Now, there hasn't been an invasion in Martyria in living memory, but they guard it nonetheless. And as you scale, careful, I imagine, to not draw attention to yourself, you find a pocket of shadows. And you see, as you gaze out onto the ruins, there are a few lights that are set up in tents. But it's too far to make out any details. And suddenly there's a crash off to your left.
I look over.
10 yards away, you see one of the Knights of Juris slumped over the ground, unmoving.
I'll sidle over, pull out my sparrow.
You feel
Set it in a lap, in his lap.
You feel a breeze at your neck as you see this woman in her armor, unmoving, so red-faced, so fresh, and a voice on the breeze says, strong.
What did it say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
You are not strong enough.
Plenty strong.
Martyria will break you. Your friends will not be able to save you.
That's not true. Doing just fine.
Why?
Why?
Why do you deny yourself? Why do you rebuke the power that I offer? Speak when spoken to.
Doesn't make me feel good after.
You don't feel good. That
After.
sounds like weakness, and I do not invest in weakness. So what will you be? Whoa. A piteous failure? Or a champion? Well?
A champion. I always win.
Then give in to temptation. Say yes to your desires. Reject the traditions. Scorn the mores that bind you. They were made for lesser beings. Give yourself to me, and I shall share with you my power. You can sense the draw of this woman before you. You smell the blood beneath her skin, still moving through her veins, just a little. What do you do?
I'm gonna reach out and grab her hand and undo her bracer and start eating her arm.
And you feel this just wave, this rush of power consume you, and whoa, it feels like you can't stop, but then suddenly your teeth hit something hard, metallic, and you pull back, and you see that against the bone of this woman's wrist is a black bracelet made of thin, interconnected metal rings. A gift. A promise.
Oh, I take it.
What do you do with it?
I'll put it in my hair.
As you place it in your hair, you feel it pull tight. And suddenly, what color is Woe's hair?
It's like purple, green, blue.
It turns a sheenless black. And you feel searing pain at your scalp, so sharp that you are brought to your knees as black spots dot your vision. And the glow of this hair tie, like burning like this corona around you that flashes for a moment, and when the light fades, so too does the pain. And as you look, kind of move your hair to look at it, you see that the bracelet is gone. Or not the bracelet, the hair tie is gone. And as you search your body, you see at your ankle, burned into your skin, is its silhouette, this perfect, unbroken chain of black, etched into your skin. And the sparrow that you placed, the lap of this woman whose wrist you feasted upon, rustles, fluttering out into the space before you along the parapet, and begins to change. It bursts into a sphere of fire, growing and lengthening, transforming before your eyes. The bird is no, for in its place you see a small, gangly creature like a half-dissolved, hairless lemur, a pair of wings sprouting from its back. Its skin is an agitated red and black and hangs loosely from its bones. Its face bears 2 large yellow eyes. The remnants of the flames burn at its extremities and extinguish as it flaps its wings, rising to your eye level. And you notice that there's something slightly immaterial about it, as if it's not fully here, not fully substantial. Finally! I was gonna be stuck like that forever. I am starving. What do you got for us, Wozy? Some, tasty morsels.
Just hold up this lady's arm. Well, aren't you a cute little fuck?
And the imp before you latches onto the wrist and just begins devouring. You see just viscera flying, cartoonishly almost, as it devours first the forearm, then the bicep, all the way to the shoulder. Stops, belches. Whoo! Damn! You sure know how to treat a fella. So, guess I'm yours, you're mine. If that is a thing now.
It's fucking cool, man.
So, allow me to introduce myself. I am none other than the greatest, the Gobblefuck! You know the name. If you don't know it, then you're gonna know it soon, goddammit, because I'm go places.
You can
So,
go places
you and
with me.
Oh, hell yeah. Those coattails, I'm riding them hard. I don't care what people say. I don't care if they say that you're a nub-horned, buck-toothed degenerate. We're doing this thing!
Hell yeah, we are.
So, what do we got cooking, Wozy?
Lots of stuff. How do you feel about gangs?
Gangs tire me. I can't fly or move. You're gonna have to carry me!
The sling that I had fashioned for the sparrow, I will somewhat fashion it into more like a papoose.
It's a little bit small, but it'll do.
Yeah, is that good?
Oh, it's a little toasty. I kind of like it.
Do you want a place to sleep this off?
Do I have a place? Is that what you said?
Do you want to find a place?
Sure, you got a place?
I got a cart.
Alright. Just keep the corpses a-coming.
Trust me, I will.
You done with that?
Yeah.
Okay. And he flies out and launches back into the corpse.
Oh my god, hell yeah.
Continuing to oh god, this is an exquisite vintage. Oh my god, did you try this? Come on.
It's okay, I've had better.
Oh, you bring me to that. Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, got a gang, you said. All right, we're gonna bend them to our will. We're gonna make them do what we want to do. Yeah, I see it now.
Mm-hmm.
You and me till the end, ride or die, baby. And he licks your cheek from like the bottom all the way up to the top of your head.
Like scritches.
Oh yeah. Don't tell anybody to act like this. It's fine. And he slumps back into the sling.
God.
and is asleep.
I will distance myself from the corpse after a few more mouthfuls.
Of course.
And carry on with my night.
You gotta get what's yours. And you hear that whisper on the wind. Good. Good. And let's... where is Woe heading from here? Back to your cart?
Yeah.
Okay. Then Ceral. You had some shopping to do.
Ceral slept on the street proudly so that nobody would feel bad for him because he's turning it all around today. He's got a couple extra bucks from Woe. Couple extra gold from Woe. So he's doing some shopping. So he spends 20 gold. He had 17, so now he's got 2 gold left.
Did you say you slept? Because we're not sleeping yet. Ceral, the city is alive. The city doesn't sleep.
He rested for a few minutes. He's fine.
You did enough to get yourself ready.
All right, I passed out from blood loss from losing my pinky and all of that, but I'm good. I'm fine. I am turning it all around today. He tells himself as he cleans himself off in a dirty mirror. Alright, so now... Alright, I've done my shopping. I got what I needed. He puts on a cheap, very cheap pair of gloves. It takes him kind of a while to get these gloves on. He's messing around with them for a while. He also buys a knife, which he gets engraved. It's like kind of a large dagger, almost cleaver-looking thing. And he had them engrave something on there that he's very excited about. It's, yeah. Okay, so now that I've got everything... a small cooking pot, some oil, the heating source, that kind of stuff. You know, normal things. Now I gotta go find Woe. And I'm gonna get my pride back. So, I'm gonna go find Woe. I'm assuming Woe's at her cart.
And so as you've been doing your shopping, haggling, getting the best price possible.
The best price. When
you get your dagger back, the engraver looks at it and says, Is this a sex thing?
No, it's serious. It's to welcome people into our... We're kind of like a gang, but we're the good guys, so we're a team, because gangs are bad, teams are good, so we're a team.
But, this isn't some, weird, weird shit that's gonna come back on me.
No. Okay, I'm gonna level with you. Look, I didn't have enough money to engrave the whole thing because I had to pay per letter, so we're the Pinky Poachers. So the welcome is how we're gonna welcome people in. You gotta cut off your pinky to really be in a part of our team. Unless you're a founding member, then you can keep all your pinkies. But anyone after this gotta lose a pinky to be in the gang.
Because it says welcome Pee-Pee's team, and I'm a little
Pinky
bit concerned.
Poachers team. We're the Pinky Poachers.
All right, man.
Look, do you want money or not?
Fuck yeah, I need money, so take it.
I hand him the gold. I take my welcome knife.
And you now have your welcome Pee-Pee's team knife. As you go about, now that you have all of your materials, looking for Woe's cart, you just kind of scanning the area around you. You're approaching the square. You hear a commotion off to your right. And you see doors to a tavern fly open, and a small figure is thrown from it, skidding on the cobblestone, landing in a heap. And you recognize it's Malloy.
I'm gonna go over to him.
Picks himself. I oughta. As he's dusting himself off.
Hang on, before he sees me. Alright. Walk over to him. Rough morning, Malloy.
Ceral. Didn't know if I'd be seeing you.
It's all right, my friend.
You
Let's go over to your shop and talk for a little bit. It'll be a little bit quieter over there. Let me grab my friend Woe. She's gonna come with me. I'll meet you there in a little while. How's that sound, friend?
Ceral. And he like grabs onto your shirt. You can tell he's pretty drunk. He says, "You gotta know, man. I didn't mean nothing by any of it. It's just
we got a lot to talk about. I get it. We'll talk about it in a minute. I gotta grab my friend. We'll talk about it at your shop. I'll meet you there in just a few minutes.
No, you ain't got no friends, Ceral. Nobody does. It's all an illusion. Everybody's gonna backstab you in the end. Everyone's helping themselves, Ceral.
Malloy, you're embarrassing the both of us. Let's talk somewhere more
You're
private.
embarrassing the both of us.
Come on, buddy. And I start walking him over to the shop, looking and hoping to see Woe on the way.
As you're moving in that direction, he says, "Yeah, can I let you in on a secret?
Yeah, I love secrets.
Always act a little drunker than you are.
You know what? I never thought of that.
Because then, end of the night, you don't gotta pay your tab. They throw you out.
I've been thrown out plenty of times and still tried to pay my tab.
That's where you're messing up, my man.
Malloy, I always learn so much from you.
No, but seriousness. It's I am a little drunk. Don't get me wrong. You gotta get a little drunk. But I sorry that I sold you up the river there. I didn't want nothing bad to happen to you and your friends. Are they okay?
We're all good, man. We're all good. Okay, on the way over, have I seen Woe by any chance?
Not yet. No. You're still like quite a few blocks.
Yeah, because I'm really trying to get to the shop because I got my bag full of swag that I can't really do anything with on the street.
You'll have a chance.
Yeah. We're all good. Honestly, they just wanted to talk and got what we needed.
Ceral, I wish that were the case, but I think there's more to it. I'm glad that you're good, but I'm not doing so good, buddy. I'm not doing so good at all.
Buddy, I mean, we've known each other for a long time. You can tell me anything. What did they tell you?
I told you how nobody's coming around, right? 2 weeks now. Nobody, not a single person. And I can't pay my rent. I can't pay my suppliers. I can't even pay my union dues, for crying out loud. And so what do you do when you're desperate, Ceral? What do you do? What do you do?
You do what you have to do, Malloy.
What you have to do, and so I got a loan. I got a loan from the syndicate because that's where the money is. 3,000 gold. Ceral, 3,000. Just to pay my suppliers and stave off the debt collectors.
Are people coming to your shop now that you got the loan?
No! Because then that Moro boy, he comes to collect his first payments, and when I couldn't pay, he said, well, that I could work off the first installment. And I said, yeah, I'll do a little work. He said, all I got to do is I got to talk to you. But apparently you were avoiding them.
You talked to me. Are people coming to your shop now? Is that all they wanted?
No! Ceral, no one's coming! And I don't understand.
Malloy,
I did what they said.
Someone's got to be telling people not to come to your shop. They gotta be saying something. It's either the syndicates or the Reapers or the Union or I don't know. Who else could it be?
As far as I'm concerned, every god's damned one of them is against me. I think I must be cursed. But I promise you, I didn't think that you was gonna get hurt. So I want to know how can I make it up to you?
I guess just by answering one question.
Okay.
How much is a finger worth to you? Because that's what they threatened to cut off. They threatened to cut off my finger, Malloy.
They threatened.
How
I
much
didn't
would a
know they were
finger
going to
be
threaten
worth?
you.
They did!
They threatened you?
They sure did. They threatened to cut off one of my fingers.
I don't. How can you put a finger on a finger?
I mean, fingers count numbers. Numbers count money. How much is a finger worth?
Are you threatening me?
Oh, of course not. I never hurt you.
Feels like you're
Way too
threatening
far.
me.
No. We are longtime friends. I would never do anything to harm you.
I've got a little bit of money left from the initial loan. I give you 100 gold if you just leave me my fingers.
Malloy, I would never take one of your fingers. We're friends, remember? I'd do anything for you. We go way back.
I know. I've been good to you. You've been good to me.
How can I help you? What are people? Why are people not coming? I mean, you've had customers for a long time. Have any of them said anything? Is somebody telling them not to come, or people threatening them before they walk in?
I'm assuming it's gotta be, but I don't know. It's just they're avoiding me like the plague.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never avoided the plague. So, do people tell you not to go near the plague, or is it just like? Never mind. Are we at the shop yet?
Wait a second. No, I know what I can do. You still doing those tricks? Those tricks you doing? You turning tricks?
Yes, that is exactly what they call it.
Okay. Well, I did come across something that I think might be for you. You might be interested in. You like books, right? You still like books?
Always like books. You know me.
Maybe you can make something out of this. And he hands you a book.
What is the book?
The title on the cover says Guinevere's Guide to Quick Cast Illusions, a beginner's primer.
Ooh.
I couldn't make heads and the tails of it, but maybe you're a bookish lad.
I hold it very close to my face so I can see it properly, and I start thumbing through it really quickly.
Yeah, thumbing through, you're not going to see much, but when you take a little bit more time,
I'll start figuring stuff out.
Ceral, whatever it is you got yourself up in, I wish you the best of luck, and I wish that I could help you, but I'm at my wit's end here. I tell you.
We reached the shop yet?
At this point, yes, you are outside Fire and Flower, and whoa.
Saffron
are you going?
Saffron.
You're heading to his place.
His place, yeah.
Yeah, then yes. Sorry, I thought you were meeting up at Woe's cart.
Yeah. Have I seen Woe yet? By any chance? Have I flagged her over to come with?
It's not super close to Fire and Flower, which is where she was heading. So that's a little bit away still.
Well, I might have to do this one solo then. Was not the plan. I'm gonna walk inside with Malloy by myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna set down the little pot just on some random table or whatever. I'm gonna put the little heating source, the oil in it, and I'm gonna light the pot on fire so the oil starts slowly boiling.
You been studying, my boy?
I have, kind of.
You brewing up tonics?
Full of life. See, I've been thinking about something. I wanted to start it all over. I actually thought about giving up last night. For a number of reasons. I realized I've been trusting the wrong people my whole life, and I almost turned on the people that I should have been trusting. I'm gonna look back at Malloy. You know what I realized? To start over, you have to go back to zero. And I haven't seen zero in a long time. I'm well below zero. So I thought about something. You say a finger's worth 100 gold to you? And I pull out that knife that says, "Welcome, Pinky Poacher's team." And I put my hand down on the table. You see, they threatened to cut off my finger, and so I asked you how much a finger is worth to you. Now I owe you 300 gold, don't I?
Yeah, but don't do nothing drastic here, my boy.
It's fine, because here's the thing. I'm serious about starting it all over, and I proceed to cut off 2 fingers from my left hand. And as I pull away the glove, I grab the 2 fingers from inside the glove and drop them into the burning oil. A few seconds later, you can, of course, smell the fingers cooking. Holding my bloody, stumped hand, trying not to vomit,
Malloy is just aghast.
I look at Malloy and go, you know what? I put the knife down, a little teeny bit of blood on the knife, and I grab the 2 gold that I have left, and I put that down on the table. Like, Malloy, I owe you 98 gold.
No, you
No,
you're good, my boy,
it's
you're good.
fine. You see, I wanted my friend here so she could see that I was willing to go the distance to turn it all around. But I realized I was just doing what I always do. I was trying to get the approval of other people, and I put my right hand down on the table, and I grab the knife and proceed to cut off 2 fingers from my right hand. And as I pull the glove away, a little tiny bit of blood drips out, and I take the 2 fingers and shake them in with my 3-fingered claws, shake the fingers into the boiling oil that can now be smelled for quite a ways. And I take the knife that says, "Welcome, Pinky Poachers Team," or the abbreviated version, and say, "Malloy, before I go, I just want you to know that I was willing to be even with you, but the way I see it,
I owe you.
you owe me 98 gold.
Okay.
So it's fine. You and I, we're friends. And look at me. I try to stay conscious. I'm looking at you. No. I'm gonna do what I can to turn this around for you.
Okay.
I really am. I'm gonna do what I can to turn this around for you, and I'm gonna try to get your customers back. But just do me a favor.
Yeah.
And I summon all the courage I have. I stand up straight and I go, carry 98 gold on you at all times. Because you never know when a 6-fingered man is going to come for his change. And I'm going to walk out of Malloy's shop.
He runs upstairs.
And as I walk out of Malloy's shop, I'm going to take off those 2 gloves. I'm going to look at my 9-fingered hands. I'm going to pull out the 5 fingers that I have left from the pinkies that I've cut off. I'm going to smile to myself and put them back in. And I'm just going to say, I wish Woe could have seen that. And I'm going to walk off into the streets.
Excellent. What a sign off for Ceral. I will be back in 2 seconds.
Okay.
That was beautiful.
Love it.
I
I
mean,
knew the gloves were there for something.
I know, right? I was like, doesn't make sense. Well, we'll all have very interesting, complicated,
I
rare
wait.
backstories.
Of all of it, I think Ceral's was the most normal.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
I thought mine was going to be the weird one. You know how hard that
Nope.
is to be like, oh yeah, I've got this really fun idea. It's going to be crazy. And then everyone's like, no.
I mean, out of all of us, I don't know. I don't.
Cyril's still the normal one.
Cyril's really.
How
still
is
the
that
normal
possible?
The most outwardly weird one is the most normal.
one. Yeah, that's
What?
what it's amounted to. The most.
Yeah, how is Ceral the normal one in
We all
of
act
this?
like
That's
Ceral's
just-
the weird one. We all act like it.
Yeah, we're
Oh.
great.
That was cold-blooded. Ceral, where are you heading from here?
I have no idea. I think I'm going to go to Woe's cart and I'm going to pick up that donkey that I got for her.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna go get a donkey because I thought Woe would want a pet, but since I had to make sure that I could say to Malloy, make sure you keep your change on you, I couldn't spend a lot of money on it. So its name is... I think... NG3. I think that's how I spell it. So, there's a donkey. He's a little smaller than normal. He's there to pull your cart. He's trained. He has one good eye. Fur missing in many patches, and everybody just calls him Mange.
I love him.
He is ugly cute, if there was such a thing.
This
New
to be
Boris?
interesting.
New Boars.
So, Ceral, as you are leading this bedraggled donkey toward Fire and Flower, Woe,
With
as you
pep in my step. Like, I feel great.
Oh yeah, Woe, you catch the faint whiff of burning flesh. But the two of you convene outside of Fire and Flower. The space around you is pretty dark. Fire and Flower is dark, but the two of you see each other. Ceral with Donkey.
Okay, when I see Woe, I'm like, okay, hold it in, but... Okay, listen to me. Woe, I did it! You would have been so proud of me! No, I fucking did it! I told Malloy who was boss, I scared him, I told him to keep his change on you, 98 gold is owed to me, and what I'm saying is, even though you weren't there actually with me, I could feel you there, like, in presence, like as a power, and anyway, I didn't get you flowers, but here, and I hand you the bridle, this is for you.
Oh my god. You did this.
All for you. I mean, I thank you for the loan of the gold, which I used to buy this, which the loan of your gold was less than what this guy's worth. But no, it's the thought that count, because I put it all on the line, just like you would have done, and I just kept thinking, what would Woe do? And so I cut off 4 of my fingers, but I kind of didn't really, but I did, but he thinks I did, and I still got 5 left, but I have 9 left when you think about it, so this is for your cart.
That is pretty badass.
I'm turning it all around.
I'm proud of you.
Whoa. As you look over at Fire and Flower, you see the lights are all off, but the door is wide open.
Let's tie up that donkey real quick.
I'll tie him up to the cart. They showed me how to do it. They said it was really, really easy, so I'm sure I'm going to get it right on the first try. And I go over there and I tie the donkey's bridle directly to the cart.
Beautiful. I'm gonna head over to Fire and Flower.
I got your back. Oh, and as we walk over there, I hand you the welcome knife. There's no actual blood on it, as it was just an illusion. This is for cutting people's pinkies off, of course. And I just hand it to you, and it says, "Welcome, PP Steam."
PP Steam.
In this moment, I glance at it, have a thought, pocket the thought for later, and just hold on to it.
Mechanically, it has the properties of a dagger, but,
Yeah. I know what I'm going to use it for.
Low, as you step before, you see there's something inside the bakery. Something that shouldn't be there. You step forward towards the door. You see feet at eye level.
At eye level?
Eye level.
No.
As you draw closer, you see, clad in all green garb, hanging from the ceiling by a rope, is Reverie. his back turned to you, but his horns unmistakable.
I am immediately mad dashing through the shop. I take it in, but it doesn't matter in this moment. I'm immediately looking for my parents.
And you don't see them downstairs. Makes sense. It's late, it's dark. And as you head upstairs, going from room to room, opening doors, not here.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go back downstairs.
You see Ceral over by Reverie, looking up, looking around. He's not moving, very clearly dead.
Get him down. We gotta go.
As you get him down, you notice that his face is different. Over his eyes are carved 2 M's, one on each eye. And across the bar, or the counter, Ceral, you see written in blood, it says, "Remember the bond of blood."
Sorry, the bond of what?
The bond of blood.
Oh, okay, thanks.
And that is where we end our session. Da da da!
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, cliffhanger.
Major cliffhanger.
Yeah, buddy!
Cliffhanger with a party split.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a new one.
Hashtag what could go wrong?
Mhm.
Yikes.
What could go right?
Well, that's all for tonight, stream. Everybody say bye. We'll see you next week.
Bye! Get us up to 420!
Bonne journée.